You dream of battle glory, the crowd's clamor, a sword's honor, everyone's respect? Wake up, friend. Smell the damp earth, sour sweat, and bone-chilling fear. Because your destiny isn't glory, it's protection. You're not the hero, you're the support. You don't fight to win. You fight to prevent another from losing. You are the shield bearer. And your life? It's a cruel joke told with wood, leather, and death's unmistakable scent. Welcome to your insignificance. You emerged into this brutal world at the very bottom. Perhaps a peasant, if fate offered even a sliver of kindness. More likely, you were an orphan, a forgotten child, or simply an extra mouth no one truly wished to feed. The grand promise, a sweet whisper in your ear, was simple. Serve a noble, and a roof over your head, plus daily food, will be yours. Starvation certainly sounded worse than service, didn't it? A warm, consistent meal was a king's ransom back then, but the stark reality quickly asserted itself, stripping away any lingering illusions of a comfortable future. You were meticulously trained from childhood to hoist, shine, and safeguard your master's most prized possessions. His deadly weapons, his gleaming, imposing armor, and above all else, that heavy, painted shield became your singular obsession. This grueling, back-breaking ritual began as soon as your small, undeveloped frame possessed even the faintest strength to drag itself. Your own body, raw, fragile, and utterly unarmored, became your very first instrument, your singular, unyielding tool for survival. And it remains your last instrument, perpetually aching, existing solely to serve another's distant, self-proclaimed glory. Imagine waking each morning and even before the luxury of breakfast, if you're lucky enough to get one. You're already donning or hauling a weight that would make a modern gladiatorial champion wince in pain. Your master's wooden and leather shield isn't just a piece of equipment, it's a heavy, beautiful burden. His elaborate armor, the myriad of additional weapons, perhaps even a spare, weighty helmet, all are your personal cross to bear. And here's the kicker, the cruel jest. You possess no armor of your own, just tattered, patched leather scraps. No gleaming steel, no padded mail, just a worn-out gambeson offering scant, almost useless protection from the blows. You become a lumbering, slow-moving target, yet you lack the critical advantage of being truly protected. Your sole purpose, your sacred duty, is to keep moving, and to do so with an impossible, relentless speed. All this while literally carrying the cumbersome metallic weight of your master's entire world on your aching back. Every step is a testament to your unseen, unspoken struggle, a burden few others ever comprehend. Battles don't spontaneously erupt. They are forged through endless, soul-crushing journeys across the land. These are not pleasant strolls, but long, utterly exhaustive, filthy, and mind-numbingly tedious marches. You trek through thick, sucking mud, choking dust clouds, under scorching sun, or freezing, relentless rain. Your master, perched high atop his magnificent, majestic destrier, might barely even notice the ground. He certainly won't notice the unforgiving terrain you grind beneath your thin-soled, worn-out boots. You walk. You stumble, your muscles screaming in protest with every single agonizing footstep forward. And with each laborious stride, the crushing weight of that massive shield on your back serves as a stark reminder, a constant, unwelcome echo of your fundamental, unchanging function within this brutal hierarchy. You are the unceasing, relentless engine, the living, breathing power source for a war machine. A war machine that is emphatically not your own, built for another's distant, improbable glory. The day has finally arrived, thick with an almost palpable, suffocating anticipation of impending doom. The air itself vibrates with raw tension, carrying distant, unsettling shouts and the metallic tang of fear. You stand there, a silent sentinel beside your master, meticulously adjusting his imposing heavy armor. You carefully position him, wiping clean the grime from his helmet's narrow eye slit, ensuring his vision. While he delivers his grandiose speeches to the troops or offers fervent, desperate prayers to his God, you, a mere shadow, can only watch as the enemy forces, a dark, ominous wave, slowly begin to draw near. Thousands of faces, a mix of terrified apprehension and steely, grim determination, stare back at you. The glint of countless spears, the menacing bows taut and ready, all point towards your fragile existence. You know with a chilling certainty that in mere seconds this entire horrifying spectacle will violently collide. Your own heart pounds like a frantic war drum within your chest, but your only weapon is the shield you carry for another. Then comes the inevitable, brutal impact. The deafening clangor of metal on metal assaults your very soul. Shouts of raw pain and primal fury erupt, mixing with the chaos of the desperate, deadly struggle. And you? Without a moment's hesitation, you literally throw yourself forward into the maelstrom of death. Your body, your meager life, your very soul exist solely to block the deadly blade hurtling towards your master. An incoming arrow, a savage axe blow, the deadly tip of a spear, it is your shield, your only defense and your sentence. You do not attack, you absorb. You are the living, breathing sponge for all the blows meant for him. You move in perfect, deadly sync with your master, a silent, almost invisible, mortal shadow at his side, ensuring he maintains the clearest visibility, the optimal striking angle, his absolute best chance to survive. Your only true glory, the single solace you possess, is found solely in his continued desperate survival. Your reward? Perhaps a terse, mumbled, well done, just before the next lethal, whistling blow inevitably arrives. Your master fells an enemy with a clean, decisive blow, and the assembled crowd roars his name in triumph. The traveling bards will soon compose grand, heroic ballads, singing only of his celebrated, glorious feats. And you? You're right there, gasping for breath, perhaps with a bleeding gash on your leg, your shield cracked. Yet you are utterly invisible, a ghost in the annals of this bloody, chaotic, and brutal history. No one will ever remember the squire who bravely saved Sir Roderick from certain instant death. Nor will anyone recall the armiger who valiantly endured 3 crushing blows for the mighty Baron Anselm. Your name, if anyone bothers to call it, is Boy, or perhaps just a dismissive, casual, "Hey, you!" Your identity is stripped away, replaced by the utility you provide, your efforts instantly forgotten. Your epitaph, if by some miracle you even receive one, will be a simple, understated, almost insulting "served well," a silent testament to a life spent in another's shadow, forever denied individual recognition or fame. The battle has ceased, for now, a brief lull in the brutal, unrelenting storm of medieval warfare. Do you foolishly imagine this means a moment of well-deserved rest? Such thoughts are pure, utter fantasy. There are blood-soaked armors to meticulously clean of grim, sticky gore and caked-on, filthy mud. Weapons dulled by constant combat must be painstakingly sharpened back to their lethal, razor-sharp edge. Damaged saddles need urgent repairs. Horses require tending. 1,000 details demand your immediate attention. Wounds need tending. Your masters, of course, with your own painful injuries relegated to a distant later. Campfires require building, food must be found, hunted, foraged, or more often simply pilfered from villagers. And naturally, the entire chaotic, sprawling encampment needs to be organized, a monumental, endless task. You are the beast of burden, the tireless personal servant, and the ever-present vigilant bodyguard all at once. All crammed into one dirty, perpetually exhausted, and utterly underpaid package of pure, relentless servitude. Ah, but you're no ordinary lowly peasant, are you? You get to see the vast, exciting world. Indeed, you witness desolated fields, smoldering, burned-out villages, and the spilled entrails of men on the grass. This is your grand tour, a grotesque tableau of human suffering and relentless, violent destruction. Do you eat better than a common peasant? Perhaps once or twice, when the recent spoils of war are good. But most of the time, you content yourself with the meager, unappetizing soldier's rations, barely edible slop. These rations are often nearly as palatable as animal feed, offering little nutrition, only basic sustenance. Do you possess a roof over your head? Yes, a leaky canvas tent amidst chilling rain or biting snow. Or perhaps a damp, drafty castle floor teeming with countless, incessantly biting fleas, your constant companions. The great advantage of your position? You've merely secured a slightly more expedited, direct path to an early demise. A quicker, more dramatic way to shuffle off this mortal coil than your less adventurous, earthbound peasant brethren. Even if you miraculously survive the countless brutal blows of battle, your greatest foe remains unseen. The squalid, overcrowded army camps are perpetual breeding grounds, rampant with unseen, deadly diseases. Dysentery, raging fevers, and even minor cuts fester into life-threatening, virulent infections spread quickly. Medieval medicine, a dark, crude joke in itself, offers little more than prayers and ineffective poultices. A simple, innocuous scratch can swiftly transform into agonizing, limb-eating gangrene, sealing your grim fate. A sudden burning fever can relentlessly consume your life force, extinguishing you in a mere matter of days. And if you become too weak, too frail, too ill to properly carry your master's crucial heavy shield, then, my friend, you are no longer a valuable asset, but merely a burden, an inconvenient, unwanted problem. A problem that inevitably requires resolution, which typically means being heartlessly abandoned on the road. Or, in the most extreme, grim cases, facing a cold, unsentimental, merciful death at your comrade's hands. Your entire existence is a relentless, exhausting cycle of thankless service, constant danger, and utter anonymity. Perhaps you'll meet your end in the throes of battle, taking a final, fatal blow meant for your master. Without a cry, without a mournful lament, you simply become another anonymous corpse amidst the fallen. Or perhaps you'll be callously dismissed, old and utterly broken, left to languish in abject, hopeless misery. Your body, a worn-out husk, will slowly decay, your spirit long since extinguished by the harsh realities. Maybe a pervasive, relentless disease, unseen but deadly, will finally claim your weary, tortured life. The grim truth is that the supposed glory of being a shield-bearer rarely culminates in a peaceful retirement. There is no cozy cottage awaiting you, no comfortable home where you can rest your aching bones. It simply concludes with the abrupt, unforgiving cessation of your hard-earned, indispensable utility. Once you can no longer serve, you are simply discarded, a broken tool with no further purpose. The battlefield rages, a true inferno of acrid smoke, choking dust, and an unholy symphony of screams. A whisper-thin arrow suddenly whistles through the air, aimed directly at your master's armored chest. Your raw instinct, your arduous training, your entire miserable life all condense into this single crucial millisecond. Without thought, you throw yourself forward, a desperate living sacrifice, into the arrow's deadly path. The impact is brutally sickening, a sharp, searing pain as the fletched shaft penetrates your fragile body. The arrow, intended for polished, gleaming armor, finds your flesh, your bone, your very precious, fleeting life. The heavy shield you once carried, now released from your weakening grip, falls with a dull, echoing thud. It lies there, a pathetic, blood-soaked testament to your ultimate silent sacrifice, your duty fulfilled. Through blurring eyes, you see your master, triumphant, striking down his foe, completely oblivious to your fall. He doesn't even notice your immediate, selfless sacrifice, only the sudden, unexpected absence of a fatal blow. Your eyes, now heavy with death's embrace, slowly close to the fading roar of battle, the dust, and the dying sun. You were a shield until the very end, a final, anonymous bulwark against the inevitable tide of oblivion. And your name? Well, no one, absolutely no one, will ever remember your name. So, the next time you settle down to watch a medieval film, dreaming of valiant, armored knights, remember the unsung fellow standing just behind him, the one without shining plate or a noble steed. That man is carrying the very essence of hell on his worn, aching shoulders, his burden immense. The glory of being a shield-bearer, then, is a dark, cynical joke that only you, the bearer, truly understand. After all, who truly needs a personal name or a storied history when you can be the foundation, the very silent, anonymous bedrock upon which someone else's grand, celebrated narrative is built, right? It's a lifetime of thankless work, a relentless, back-breaking career that lasts only until it doesn't. So, what did you think of this truly glamorous medieval career path? Quite the job, wouldn't you agree? Would you rather have been a shield-bearer? Or perhaps a simple mud-eating peasant hoping for a good harvest? Let us know your thoughts and insights in the comments section down below. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this bizarre, eye-opening journey through history, don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more wild historical dives and ring that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Until our next historical adventure, farewell and stay curious, my friends.